Hello and welcome to the United Community Channel. And we're back. We're back with the last watch along for 6 weeks. I think it's 6 weeks anyway. It's a long time. So the last game of the first half of the season, and let's hope it's a good one. Fulham versus Manchester United in Craven Cottage, and it's Manchester United's last game before the World Cup, before we break, and let's hope we can get 3 points on the board. Really hope we can finish the first half of the season off strong. 3 points on the board. Keep within touching distance of that top 4, you'd have to say, because there hasn't been. Jesus, Spurs are getting so lucky, aren't they? Spurs should be way out of that top 4 at the moment, in my opinion. They're getting these late goals all the time. I don't know how long that can last, but Newcastle, after coming out of nowhere, really. Liverpool are coming strong as well, you'd have to say. So United need to keep the foot in the gas and get these 3 points on the board tonight, hopefully. And keep within touching distance, absolutely. Who have we got in? Midges, man, good to see you there. Twigs is in. Chris is there as well. Good to see you guys. Ten Hag told Maguire he's going to sell him. There we go. Yep, absolutely. Harry is there as well. Harry and Sophia. Hi, pal. It's Harry. Do you remember me? I certainly do, pal. Aaron is there. Hope for a good result before the World Cup. Absolutely. And Ben is in as well. Good to see you guys. Reen is in as well on TikTok. Tom Aldino, Andy. But yeah, look. Who else we got? Like I said, Tom Aldino is there. United, Reen, Andy, Calvin. Great to see you all, guys. Get your score predictions in the chat as well, by the way, while we're here. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know, who do you think is going to win? Is it going to be a United win? Is it going to be a draw? Let me know. I'll give you the starting lineup as well for anyone who hasn't heard. And I done a predicted starting 11 on TikTok, and I was one off. Everyone was saying to me, "What are you on about?" But no, I got it pretty much spot on. So David De Gea starts in goal. Malacia comes in at right full due to Delo being suspended. Shaw is left back, and then Lindelof partners Martinez at the centre of defence. The midfield is basically the same as we know: Casemiro, Eriksen and Bruno. And then up front, then 3 up the top, we have Rashford on the left, Elanga comes in on the right, and Martial through the middle. So Elanga was the only one that I got wrong. I went with Garnacho. But obviously, look, Elanga is probably the only recognised right midfielder that's comfortable with playing on that right hand side. So on the bench also then we have Bishop, Dubravka, Maguire, Fred, Van de Beek, McTominay, Garnacho and Iqbal. So no Ronaldo. Anyone else missing there? No Ronaldo. Obviously no Delo because he's suspended. But yeah, that's about it. It goes to show the lack of depth really in the squad. But yeah, like Chris said in the chat there, Ten Hag has basically come out and said that he's open to listening to offers for Maguire next summer. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the coming weeks and months. As in, Jock is there as well. Good to see you guys. Let's go to Butcher, says Chris. 3-1 says Jimmy. Adam says, did a bet there this morning, 8 games, both teams to score, 3 games away, 169 quid. Happy days, man. Happy days. I broke my own rule yesterday. Now, I haven't done a bet in, I think it's my second bet in about 6 months. And I broke my own rule. Don't ever put the early game into your bet. I done 2 bets yesterday, and I put Man City into both of them. And the bet was finished at fucking 2 o'clock. So, yeah, broke my own rule. Speed at the game, says Mix. There you go. Didn't know that. Ronaldo not to play. No, he's not even in the squad. I don't know what's going on, to be honest. Murph says Garnacho looks tidy. Yeah, he does. He looks like he has great potential and a future ahead of him. He keeps his head on, on his shoulders. Then happy days. Reen says Anthony out for a month. When is he back from World Cup? He faked injury. I don't know whether he has or not, Reen, but he's been out injured. He has been named in the Brazil squad, so I presume they're expecting him to start, but let's see what happens. Let's see who's in on YouTube here as well, guys. Let me scroll back through some of the comments here. What have we got? Oshin is in, says happy Sunday. Sully is there as well. As long as we finish ahead of Liverpool this season, I'll be happy. Well, look, I mean, they're a point behind us now. Now, obviously, we have this game to play, but Liverpool are going to come strong. You would have to say, you know, we're in a top 4 race, and they're going to be in a top 4 race as well. So it's going to be a tight one, I have a feeling. Chris says, no, Mitrovic, big plus. Absolutely, it's a big plus. And I done a match preview on TikTok, and I didn't even know that Mitrovic was missing. So some of the people let me know in the comment section, which is great news. Sully says 3-1 to United. Oshin says 2-1 United. Ben is 3-0 United. Aaron 3-1 United. Carol is in and says, well, Jack, good to see you, pal. He goes 2-0. Oshin says, it's a strong team. Anthony's absence is a bit of a worry. It is. The sports capital is in as well and says, big up, mate. It's Munzie here. Oh, good to see you, Munzie. Thanks for joining, pal. Really appreciate it. Go over and give him a follow there as well, guys. Some good content over there. Ben says, Alanga needs a good game today. Been missing last few games. He's got into the pitch. Look, this is my own personal opinion. I don't think Alanga is good enough. I just don't. But look, I hope he does well. I really do. I just don't think he's good enough. I really don't. Make sure you smash a like on the video as well, guys. If you haven't done so already, take a second on YouTube, hit the thumbs up button for me. And anybody on TikTok, we're going to aim for 30,000 likes. So keep tapping that screen for me. Helps out the channel, gets more people into the chat. Better watch along. So keep tapping that screen. Tommy is in and says, up the pool. Go on the tee. Sully says, I'd say Ronaldo is happy enough without being in the squad in case he's injured before the World Cup. Maybe so. Maybe that's why he's not in. Maybe he said, look, I'm off in January. I'm not playing. So, who knows? Who knows? Chris says, heard we are linked to Antonio Silva from Benfica, centre-back, 19 years of age. Yeah, we are. And to be honest with you, I was really, really happy when I heard that story because it's the type of profile of player you're looking for. Young, you know, first, second contract, looking to make a name for himself, looking to progress, you know, so yeah, I'm all for it, and we do need another centre-back, absolutely. Cooper is in, good to see you, pal. Ronaldo is said to be ill, says Chris. Yeah, I did hear that, yeah, absolutely. Dylan is in as well, good to see you, Dylan. Ben says, no, mate, I learned that never bet on the early kickoff. Shouldn't be on betting sites, early kickoffs, they shouldn't. Seamus is in and says, well, lads, hopefully we can get the job done today. Hopefully, Seamus. Chris is going with 3-0 to United. Martial for 2 and Rashford for 1. Oshin says, read this morning that the Glazers are going all out for Joe Felix in January. Well, it's an option. It's an option. They're looking at the option of signing him. Look, he's a very, very good talent. There's no doubting it. I'm just seeing the kind of, I don't know. Look, I don't know enough about him to say I think he'd be a good signing for United. He has the aura to me of having not the greatest attitude. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just the fact that he's playing with Atletico de Madrid. They're not playing great football. I don't know. He certainly has the talent. I do think he would be the type of player that would thrive at Manchester United. But yeah, I wouldn't say no to him. I wouldn't say no to him. And again, it goes back to what I was saying. If the manager is happy with him, I'm happy with him as well. Aaron says, who is that Bishop lad? He's a third choice goalkeeper, I think, Aaron. I think. Ben says, we should have bet on how many people Martinez going to upset today on the pitch. Yeah, absolutely. Dale is in. Good to see you, pal. Says afternoon to everybody. Paul is there as well and says hello. Not sure he can hold up in the EPL, says Chris. Probably talking about Langa there. Twigs is in as well, and Cooper is there too. Great to see so many people in, guys. If anybody is new to the TikTok channel, make sure you hit the follow button. We do daily Manchester United content. All of the Manchester United watch-alongs. And like I said, we're going to be doing a lot of watch-alongs for the World Cup as well. So make sure you don't miss out. Anybody who's watching all of the watch-alongs will be well used to me saying that little speech. So it'll be said a couple of more times throughout the stream anyway. So, but I really appreciate it. We're closing in on, I think we're less than We're nearly 300 followers away from 20,000 followers on TikTok, which is great. And we're closing in on 2,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel as well, which is fantastic. So if anyone on TikTok does want to get the full experience, we're live on YouTube as well. We've got the starting 11 on the scoreboard here. Starting 11 on the screen here, the scoreboard and the timer here. Link is on my homepage if you want to go over to the YouTube channel, or just search United Community Channel and you'll get us. And make sure you hit the subscribe button. Shane is in. Shane O'Neill is in and says, happy Sunday, man. On United. Fuck, you up over it. You up over it, I said. I don't think it's going to be an easy game. Now, look, Mitrovic missing is a huge plus for Manchester United, you would have to say. But Fulham are no mugs either. I mean, are they in a European spot at the moment? Maybe they're just outside it. Let's have a check and see. Table. Well, they're in ninth. Yeah, obviously with they're in ninth. 19 points. So they're, what are they? They're only 2 points off of a Europa Conference place. So it's been a good season for them so far. I don't think they're going to be any mugs really. They're not going to be any pushovers. Mighty Lions is in. It says good morning from down under. Good to see you. Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. Billy Willie Joe Blog says her Dargo was dying today and wiped the floor with you. He did in his arse. He was absolutely dying going around the golf course. It's my first round of golf in 9 weeks. I didn't play too bad now, but won't be in the prizes or anything like that. But good to be back. Samuel says, would rather see Charlie McNeil play ahead of Anthony Elanga. Well, different positions. Charlie McNeil is more of a through the middle kind of forward, you know. Aaron says, well mate, can you shout out my friend Kevin Farrell? There you go. There's your shout out. Man United are trash, says user. That's a lovely comment from a lad that doesn't have his real name on his username. Bunch of frauds. What striker do you think we should sign? Well, I tell you, watching Ivan Toney yesterday, I mean, the chap is just putting in performance after performance. How Gareth Southgate didn't bring him to the World Cup, I'll never know. You know, I think he should have gone. He really should have. But look, whoever United decide to sign, obviously we're going to be getting back into the transfer talk shows. Maybe coming towards the end of the World Cup, depending on how the watch-alongs go. But once maybe the group stages of the World Cup are over, and there's not a game every single day, I might start doing some of the transfer talk shows again on YouTube. But we'll get kind of stuck into researching who we should sign and players we're linked with and stuff like that again. But like I said before, I totally trust this manager on who he wants to sign. You know, the signings he's made in the summer have all turned out to be very good signings, so I trust him. I really do. Chris says, Joe Felix, maybe a little slight for the Premier League, has the talent, can't judge him because he has to play negative football at Atletico Madrid. I agree with you there, Chris. 100%. Absolutely. Mitrovic is not even on the bench. No, he's not. Cottle is in. Good to see you, pal. Let's see. Kickoff 4:30. Yeah. Kickoff is 4:30. So we're just over 15 minutes away from kickoff. What clubs do I play with? I have the Callaway XRs. That's the clubs I play with. I Show Speed has been shown on Sky Sports there. I'd say he's devastated. He's come all over the 2 games now to see Ronaldo, and he hasn't been around at all. Southgate's him up, it says Dale. Yes, Tony, all the way. So yeah, look. Let's listen to what Ten Hag has to say here. It's weird. Do you know what? It's weird. He's asked about Sancho, Anthony, and I would. That's the one thing I would like out of Ten Hag. I would like more of an explanation as to why players aren't there. You know, he just says, you know, is Ronaldo's not available, Anthony's not available, Sancho. Any reason why? And he's like, no. You know, if they were available to be here, they're just not available. I was like, just tell us what's going on. You know what I mean? Dale, thanks for the super chat, man. 99-cent super chat there. €1 super chat. Appreciate it, pal. Thanks for all the support. Can you shout out Linda Dunn, please? Says Annie. There you go. There we go. Or says Aaron, sorry. Willie says, are you doing the potatoes today? You better believe it, Willie. There they are, waiting to go. Half-time potatoes. Half-time potatoes. And our snack of choice today, I'm just after having a lovely big carvery dinner out with my beautiful wife and my daughter. And I'm full, but we're having a nice little multi-pack twirl bites here. So, Chris says, XRs are beginner clubs. Get some Mizuno's Pro 221s in blue. Well, they're the XR Hots. I don't know if they're beginner clubs. Look, I went from 20 handicap down to 11. I'm playing off of 11 at the moment, so they'll, clubs are not cheap, so I don't think I'll be changing them anytime soon. Anyway, a twirl bite. You better do the potatoes and finish them, says Ben. I'll finish them. We finished them on Thursday, and we went on to win, so I'm starting to believe more and more that it actually is a superstition. Milo says, why are you watching the match on? Sky Sports, a big 55-inch TV over there. Don't worry, lads. I'll finish them potatoes. I will finish them potatoes. Welcome to anybody new, guys. Anybody just coming across the channel for the first time, you're more than welcome. Please do hit the follow button on YouTube. Or sorry, the subscribe button on YouTube. Or the follow button on TikTok. Like I said, daily Manchester United content. All of the Manchester United watch-alongs. And we're going to be doing a lot of World Cup watch-alongs as well in the coming weeks. So make sure you hit the follow button for me. Helps the channel out a ton. We're over 5,000 likes already, which is great to see. Only 12 likes on YouTube, so if you're just joining new to the YouTube channel, take a second, hit the thumbs up button for me. Helps out the channel a ton. And yeah, I started work on the second video for the members only today. So we have 3 new players that we're going to do in our Start Sub Sell series. And that's going to be going live, or it's going to be getting uploaded on Thursday at 1 p.m. So if anyone is interested in becoming an official member of the channel, the link is in the description or it's pinned to the top of the chat on YouTube. As you can see with some of the guys in the chat there, they get the United Community Channel badge beside their name. They get extra emojis. They get additional content that's members only. So if it's something you're interested in, check the link in the description. It's much appreciated. Shane says, Pereira better not come back and haunt us today. It would be typical, wouldn't it? It would be absolutely typical if he did do that. Carlos is in. Good to see you, pal. Carlos, you're absolutely bossing it in the FIFA career mode as a centre-back. Absolute animal. Animal. Player of the season so far. Chris is playing off of a 6 handicap. Very nice. Very nice, Chris. Very nice, my friend. Suik, thanks for the gift on TikTok. Really appreciate it. Darren is in. It says St. Lucia in the house. Good to see you, pal. Conan says, are you watching the match? I am. It's on the TV over here. Let's see. Is Sancho injured? It says Bulbasaur. Yeah, I think so. I think he's still injured. Willie says, can I join the United Community Channel, please, on YouTube? I appreciate it. Willie, yeah, link is on the homepage of my TikTok channel. If you want to go across to the YouTube channel, we're over there as well. Or just search United Community Channel. Go over and hit the subscribe button. That's all you've got to do. Appreciate it. But yeah, we've got the full experience on the YouTube channel, guys. Starting 11, scoreboard, timer is all on the screen. So make sure you head over there and subscribe. Alzi, thanks for subscribing to the YouTube channel. I appreciate it. If I missed anybody else, I do apologise. Let me see. Can I see who you are? I can maybe do that a bit. Do that a bit. Oh, there we go. Gidraff, thanks for subscribing as well. And then we have, obviously, Dale with the super chat. Really appreciate it, guys. Anyway, let's see. Carlos says, when are you back on Twitch? So, Carlos, we've actually switched. We've gone from Twitch to YouTube for the United, or for the career mode. I just find Twitch is too hard to get out. It's too hard to get viewers in. Whereas YouTube, it's a little bit more organic, where people can just discover it as they go. Whereas Twitch is basically impossible. If you guys weren't watching, there'd be 0 viewers. You know, at least on YouTube, there's some extra viewers that just kind of trickle in as well. So yeah, we've switched. I'm kind of gone off of Twitch in general, and I've switched it all over to YouTube. So yeah, you can check it out there. Oshin says, is Sancho that big a loss with recent performances? No, you would have to say not. Given how good Garnacho has been since he's come in, and he's taken his chance. But, I mean, all it takes, you know, if Sancho is playing like that, and you see it right, you know, Anthony is injured. If we got another injury to one of our wide players, we're in trouble. Then all of a sudden you're stuck with Elanga and Sancho. You know, if Rashford got injured, for example, you know. So I think our squad is paper thin, you know, and I think we do need to. I do think we need to bulk it up in January if possible. I know it is always hard to buy in January, but if we can, we have to bulk it up. Mick says, did you hear what happened with Cal the Dragon? No, I didn't. Let us know there, Mick. I didn't hear anything, I'm afraid. Who's first goal scorer in your best guess? I have a feeling Martial's going to score. Conan says, what's your name on YouTube? So we're a United community channel on YouTube. Or you can click on the link on my homepage. It brings up all of my social media accounts and you can just click on YouTube. But yeah, United community channel. Twig says, yes, boys, the gas mask man is back. Yeah, he is. A lot of subscribers trickling in there. Tig is in. Good to see you. Tig Green is there as well. He swapped over from TikTok to YouTube. You'll never go back. You'll never go back, Green. He says we should play Wan-Bissaka right back and see where he's at. Well, what I think Ten Hag has probably made the right choice here because, you know, seeing where a player is at one game before you break for the World Cup, you're probably not going to get much benefit out of it, you know. So, Willie, thanks for subscribing to the channel. So, yeah. And I think Malacia had a great game on Thursday night as well. So, I don't see why. Yeah, I'd be happy enough the fact that he retains a place in the starting 11. Oshin says, squad is Rizla paper thin. Yeah, the blue Rizlas, the really thin ones. Ben says, FIFA 23, PlayStation. Yeah, no, PS5. All right, we're ready to go. Teams are coming out here now. We'll get the old commentators in here. Chris says, Gakpo and Tony in January. That would be decent. That would be decent now. Obviously, because Gakpo can play through the middle or from wide as well. And Dylan says, I think Rafael Leao from AC Milan might be a good signing. He would, Dylan, but he would be expensive. That's the problem. That's the problem. Let's see. Aaron says, Sancho wouldn't get Garnacho out of the team. I don't think so. Martial is bagging a hat-trick, says Cottle. That's what I like to hear. You just know Pereira will score today as well. He's been playing well this season, though, you'd have to say. He has been having a decent season. Jesus, that's loud. Let me turn that down a bit. Let's see. Dale says, up your way in a few weeks to see the Dinosaur Hotel. The Dinosaur Hotel? What's that? Are you going to the friendlies? Are you going to do the friendly watch-alongs? Maybe, Oisin. I may do them if they don't clash with any of the World Cup games. I'll certainly do them. But I think when them friendlies are on is potentially when you're hitting quarterfinals, semi-finals of World Cups and things like that. But we'll play it by ear. I don't know if they're even going to be screened. If they're on MUTV, I could potentially watch them. But if they're not, we'll see. We'll see what happens as they come. Tyke says, what channel is it on? It's on Sky Sports. Tyke. Malasia is unreal, says Reen. We should sign Alvarez for a backup CDM from Ajax. There we go. Well, there's options. Absolutely. And Cottle says, Osman is the man for the job. He is. Will you get him in January? I don't know. That's the problem because, you know, like, Napoli are ripping it up at the moment in the Serie A and in Europe as well, you would have to say. I think they've only lost one game all season. So are they going to sell their prized possession in January? I don't know, but he'll certainly be on the cards to go for in the summer. Carlos says, I have FIFA 23 on Xbox One. There we go. We'll have a game someday. Chris says, Casemiro going to crunch Andreas. And Dale says, it's in the New Park Hotel, Dale. Okay, very good, very good. You'll be about 5 minutes away from me, but yeah, they have kind of a kids farm out the back of it as well, which is great for kids. I've brought my daughter there a few times. Shane Duffy on the bench, says Cottle. He is. I've seen him walking out there. And Matthew says no Ronaldo ? No, he's not even in the squad. So I think he's ill supposedly. Would like to get Pau Torres in January as well, says Chris. Yeah, it'd be ideal, wouldn't it? Although, in saying that, another left-footed centre-back along with Martinez, or would you be better off going for a right-footer now? Because Martinez is not going to be out of that team. You'd be expecting him not to be out of the team, you know. Let's see. Mitch says, Cal the Dragon hit someone. They're only 14. Okay, right, he's in trouble, so. Carl is in and says, a Villa win again. I am happy. Yep, absolutely. Your manager is doing a good job. He's after turning things around there in a very, very short period of time. Score predictions. I'm going with a 2-1 win to Manchester United. And I'm going to stick to it. I went with a 2-1 win before I thought Mitrovic was playing. Now that I know he's not playing, I don't know what kind of a goal threat Fulham will have, but I'll stick with the 2-1. I'll stick with the 2-1. Chris says, I also hear we may be back in for Timber. Well, there you go. You know, I wouldn't be against that either. Absolutely not. Another player coming in that Ten Hag knows really well. Ben says, UCC FIFA 23 member game. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Will we get much World Cup watch-alongs, says Dale. Let me just get up my calendar here now, Dale, right? Because I was filling in my calendar the other day. And let me put it to you this way. In the group stages, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 13 days while the group stages are going on. I plan on doing a watch-along 9 of the 13 days. So you're going to get some watch-alongs. So here's what I've got planned. Obviously, I'm going to do the opening game, Qatar versus Ecuador. I have the games I have planned in. I'm going to be doing the evening games as much as possible, guys, because I'm not going to be able to get the 1 o'clocks and the 4 o'clocks done because I'll be either working or minding the daughter. So Qatar and Ecuador is the first one. I'm going to do France and Austria, Brazil, Serbia, England versus USA, Argentina versus Mexico, Spain versus Germany, Brazil versus Switzerland, Wales versus England, and Cameroon versus Brazil. So that's what I plan on doing. Now, that's what I have in on my calendar, but whether I, at the end of the day, whether I actually get all of them done, I don't know, but I'm going to try and do I'm going to try and get as many done, if you know, one at least every 2 days. So we'll have plenty of time together. So we will. Chris says USA versus England. Absolutely. We're doing it for you, Chris. Doing it for you, pal. So yeah, ready to rock and roll here, guys. Anybody watching on TikTok, like I said, if you want the full experience, we're live over on YouTube at the moment as well. Starting 11 is on the screen. We've got the scoreboard and the timer over here. If you want to check it out, link is on my homepage, or just search United Community Channel on YouTube. We're live over there as well for the full experience. I promise you, you'll never go back to TikTok once you watch us on YouTube. But yeah, up and running here. Fulham coming early down the down our left hand side, but United win a throw here. Guys getting their score predictions in there as well. Chris says first ever YouTube member. You certainly were, Chris. I'll try and get as many as the USA games in as possible. It's going to be a tough group for you though. Obviously obviously Iran you would expect be the whipping boys in the group, but between yourselves, England and Wales, it'd be great to see you qualify out of the group though. Reen says Maguire will go to some team in Italy and we'll sign Tomori. I wouldn't say no to that. But United in possession here. Comfortable enough on it so far. Just trying to keep the ball as much as possible. Elizabeth, thanks for subscribing to the YouTube channel. Really appreciate it. But oh, jeez, I didn't see him there. I thought the ball was running in for Martial. But Fulham getting the ball down a bit the last minute or so. Oh, Langa does really well to track back and wins a great tackle. And Casemiro tries to play out. Oh, he just puts it out for a throw. Just a bit rushed. Need to settle down now. Just get our foot in the ball. Start relaxing a little bit more. Willie says, I'm on YouTube. Good to see you, Willie. Michael, thanks for following the Twitch channel. Hello, Chicken Nugget is in the building. Is it top two that goes through, says Aaron. Yeah, it is. Top two goes through, guys. In the World Cup. Oh, ref gets in the way. United were on the break. Oshin says, whose spot does Tomori take though over Martinez or Varane? Well, see, the thing about it is that Varane is not able to stay fit really. So you need competition. You need quality competition. So let's the more players you can have for different positions, the more competition you'll have, the healthier your squad will be, Alanga's after winning another lovely tackle there now, you'd have to say. And Willian is looking for a free out of it. Oh, Lord, tried a little ball around the corner. Who was that? Malacia tried a little out foot around the corner to Martial, and he nearly gets him in. But it's good defending by Fulham just to cover the angles. Chicken Nugget, thanks for the gifts. Really appreciate it. Absolute legend. Here's Willian now down the left-hand side in acres of space. Gets to the end line. Cuts it back. Oh, Vinicius with a shot, and De Gea has to save it with his legs and gets it cleared well. Little deflection, I think, took it onto his legs. United give it away on the edge of the box again here now. Martinez steps out alongside. Really good tackle. Yeah, and De Gea is going to clean this up. Okay, happy days. Happy days. I'm not showing the game, Ryan. If you wanted, go and pay for Sky Sports and watch it yourself. Oshin says, I hate Willian after his Arsenal days. Yeah, I mean, this is the third club in London he's played for now. Arsenal, Chelsea, and now Fulham. Green says, Vardial is so good. He's 21 and has a lot of potential. Yeah, good player. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hello, Chicken Nugget says, do you use the dodgy box? No. There's too much of a delay on a dodgy box to do these watch-alongs. Like, if I was doing a watch-along on a dodgy box, I'd be 3 minutes behind and you'd all be telling me to score rather than me telling you to score. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Sky. Unfortunately, 100 quid a month with our broadband. So, it's not too bad, I suppose. Seamus says, Rashford hasn't settled. Gave the ball away a few times already. Yeah, look, I'm not overly worried. It's going forward. You know, get him in behind. And we'll kind of gauge how he's playing. Martinez or Virgil van Dijk says FIFA Master. This season, Martinez, absolutely. But you would have to say, obviously over the last few years, Virgil van Dijk has been one of the best defenders in the world. But this year, certainly, I'll go with Martinez. I live on TikTok. If you have seen my followers, says Carlos. I haven't actually. I must check it out. Twigs says Twigs, come on, man. Come on. I have a very good scanning vision when I'm reading comments. I read them to myself before I read them out. I surely can come up with better names than that. Mr. Hunt. Come on, man. I'm not falling for that. Mark, thanks for the gift. Really appreciate it. Here's Fulham coming out. Ball goes all the way into David De Gea. I have to say, I do like some of the compilations that you see on YouTube of Goldbridge getting caught with names like that. You know, asking him, do you like a cream pie? And he didn't cop it, like, you know. They're funny. Some of them are funny now. But yeah, don't you fucking start that shit now. Oh, Bruno tries to get Martial away there. And Casemiro with a strong challenge. And does really well. I see the Stratford and the rising. Oh, here's Rashford now. Squares it to Martial. Lovely first touch. Oh, and it just, the defender gets a little toe on it. Good chance there. And the ball that Rashford gave into Martial, they're probably too square with each other. And Martial can't generate any power behind his shot. Rashford just kind of squares it to him, and it may be a slight little bit behind him, and he can't dig out a shot. And it allows Fulham to get in and just get a toe on it. But United have a corner here. Good play by United there, you'd have to say. Bruno, come on, get out of the way there. United go short again with a corner. Luke Shaw, oh, it's cleared at the near post. As you all know, I'm not a fan of these short corners. I'm really not. Now, in saying that, our team is not... Oh, Malacia is after losing the ball here, and Fulham are in on the left-hand side. Oh, Martinez covers his angles really well and gets a block in. Great defending. But United are looking a little bit suspect, especially over on that right-hand side. Manchesteer now once or twice after giving the ball away. Ben says, great tackle. Will Ericsson beat the first man? Maybe that's why we're going short. Long ball to Martial through the middle. No flag. It looked like he was onside, but his first touch was, he just couldn't get it away. Oh, yeah, it looked like he was on. Lovely angled run by him. But United are looking good going forward here, you'd have to say. Keep smashing the like button for us, guys, if you haven't. We're aiming for 30,000 likes on TikTok. We're nearly at 11,000 already, which is fantastic. Keep tapping the screen. It helps the channel out a ton. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the follow button. Daily Manchester United content. We do all of the watch-alongs for the United games. And we're going to be doing a load of watch-alongs for the World Cup as well. So make sure you hit the follow button so you don't miss out. Here's Willian coming now. Squares the ball. And Lindelof does really well to clear the lines. But Fulham have looked dangerous enough when they've come forward. Now, United are allowing them into the game. United are making a few unforced errors. Here's Fulham coming again down the left-hand side. Cross into the box. Shaw does really well to come out and win the header. And Rashford is going to come away with it here up our left-hand side. It's a good tackle by the Fulham defender. United win the throw on the halfway line. Reen says we should sign Somerville. I don't know if I've heard of him. But yeah. What do you think of the fresh fade? Oh, from Leeds, says Reen. Yeah, it's always difficult to sign players from Leeds. You know, Leeds to Man United, given a massive rivalry between the two clubs. Oh, Fernandes is offside. Do you have your crisps for the second half, says Carlos. Here we go, my friend. Ready to rock. Half-time potatoes. Ready to go. I'm going to eat every one of them this time. But yeah, guys, anybody watching on TikTok, if you do want the full experience, we're live over on YouTube as well at the moment. We've got the starting 11 on the screen. We've got the scoreboard and we've got the timer. So it's more landscape rather than portrait. So if you want the full experience, link is on my homepage, or you can just search United Community Channel on YouTube. Go over there and hit the subscribe button. Anybody who does never goes back to TikTok. So if it's something you want to do, go check it out. Twig says, no joke, the South African centre-back, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name, wants to join Manchester United. Now, the Twigs, you could be trying to get me, but I can't pronounce that. I don't... Any player you ask now, I'm just going to Google straight away, because I can't be falling for it. Like, you're a fucking dickhead. Nah, that's not a player. So I'm not even going to try and... FIFA Master's eating a bit of food. Good man. Gingerbread Man is in and he came over from TikTok. Good to see you, pal. Thanks for joining us. But, I mean, Fulham are well in this game, guys. You'd have to say, oh, lovely tackle by Casemiro. And comes to Martial now. And United have numbers here. Bruno Fernandes making a lovely run on the left. Tries to get a strike away. Ericsson! Yes! Is he onside? He's onside. And he follows in. And it's a scrappy goal. But Ericsson deserves it for the run he made. Now, let's hope he's onside. But that's a very good goal if it is. Great counter-attacking by United. Fulham tried to play out through the middle, and Casemiro starts it off with a brilliant. Casemiro is smirking. He knows the role he's played in this. Makes a brilliant tackle. And Eriksen is brave with a second tackle, sticks his toe in, continues his run. Martial is going through the middle, plays it to Bruno. Bruno tries to pass the ball into the far side net, and it takes a deflection off one of the Fulham defenders, but Eriksen continues his run all the way to the back post, gets a toe on the end of it, sticks it into the side netting. 1-0 to Manchester United, and a great start. That's what we wanted. Look at that. Collar up. Let's go. United are 1 up. Happy days. Happy days. Good start. The collar is up. We're winning. Happy days. Let's go. Scoreboard and collar, says everyone in the group. Yeah, absolutely. Ben says, what, collar up this early? Yes, sir. Eriksen with the goal. Happy days. It was a good goal by Eriksen. Not spectacular or anything, but it was a good goal in terms of, he carried his run from midfield and he was taking a chance on the back post that the ball would get there. It took a deflection, got there, and he was just there to stretch his toe out and tip it into the goal. Happy days. That's exactly what we needed now, you'd have to say. Settle them down, and if Fulham do want to get anything out of this game now, bar a mistake from us, they're going to have to step out, which of course naturally leaves them more vulnerable than at the back. Gingerbread Man says, I wear Man United PJs. Well, I tell you one thing, Gingerbread Man. I'm wearing Man United PJs. So, there's nothing wrong with it, my friend. Nothing wrong with it. It's all about the comfort when you get into your 30s. You know what I mean? Seamus is in from the day chat. I just love me county. I went to Foss in Waterford actually twice. Lived down there for a couple of years. United defending well. Clear their lines. Michael says, Man U should sign Cummings. Elizabeth says, hope we can get more control on the game now. Absolutely. Oshin says, imagine less than 18 months ago he died on a pitch. What a player, delighted he came to United. Yeah, me too. Twigs has the same pair of pants. Can't beat a comfy pair of pyjamas. You just cannot beat him. I have the top as well that go with the pants, but you know what I mean, I'd rather wear the jersey. Seamus says, what apprenticeship did you do? I done a carpentry apprenticeship, Seamus. Now, I don't work in carpentry anymore. I done my apprenticeship during the recession, so there wasn't any work. So I went back to college and requalified. So, yeah. Anyone needs a door hung, I'm your man. Well, now, how did you get me with Cummings? Cummings is a name. Cummings is a real name. Like, John Cummings. I know people whose second name is Cummings. So, you didn't get me with that one. Boys, come on. Mighty 1, 2, 3. You really think I'm that stupid? Come on. DC said, what was the goal like? Nothing spectacular, but well deserved. Oh, here's Willian now. Pulls one back, and Eriksen is in a good position to clear the lines. Fulham win a corner. But yeah. Patrick says, I subscribe to the YouTube channel and TikTok. Best of both. Absolutely, pal. Fair play. I do appreciate it. Do you know what? You fuckers. I'm not reading out any more names on this YouTube chat, because now you're all trying to get me. The only names I'm going to read out on the YouTube chat anymore are super chats. So unless it's a super chat, I'm not reading out a name, because you're all trying to get me, you fuckers. Here's William now with a strike, high and wide. Gingerbread man, I like turtles. Everyone has their own fetish, I suppose. Twigs, I seen that before you deleted it. Money grabber. I seen it. I seen it. Ericsson does really well there. Ericsson's playing really well, I have to say. Both defence and attack. Here's Bruno now. Gets it wide on the right to Alanga. And Malasia's on the overlap. Nice little 1-2 between the two of them again. Bruno with a lovely cross. Rashford is there. Rashford. He's offside in the end, but he scuffs it. And they're the little chances that turn a good striker into a great striker. Them little tap-ins on the 6-yard box that he just made an arse of. Now, he would have been offside in the end, but... Fulham plays short now, and here's Bruno down the right-hand side. Overlap by Alanga. Alanga cuts in, squares it. Martial. He just couldn't control his first touch. And Fulham are going to come away with it here. Martinez does well there to cover the angles. I mean, Fulham are playing well. Here's Willian now. Tries to step in on his right, but Casemiro is there to clear the lines. I mean, Fulham are playing with a bit of confidence, you'd have to say. And United are struggling to get out the last couple of minutes. But still 1-0 to Manchester United here. And, it's... Fulham do look decent on the attack, you'd have to say. But United are keeping their shape quite well, and we're defending quite well. And we're looking for a very direct ball an awful lot. We've played a lot of balls directly down through the middle, and they've seemed to have worked, a few times. They just tend to get overhit once or twice, which is a shame. Here's Willian now. He's looking very lively on the left-hand side. Fulham keeping the ball quite well, and they're looking comfortable, controlled. Hi, Puddin. Are you coming in to watch the football? Are ya? You good girl. Huh? No, I'm alright. I have the twirl bites there.
Alright, come on.
I'll see you later. Bye. Mwah. See you later. Yeah, bye, football players. Bye.
Come on, we go watch the football in the sitting room.
Fulham coming down now into the box. Willian lays it down, but Lindelof is well placed to clear his lines. Langa now on the break up the right hand side. Yeah, just overuses it and gets tackled well by, who's it? Paulini or someone, is it? Chris says, are we third in the championship for the UCC team? We certainly are. We had a very good second half to the stream the other night. So we're gone up to third in the league, which is great. Now, there wasn't a lot between it. I think there was only 7 points between 6th and 9th, I think. So a couple of wins that we got just drove us straight up the league table. Great to see so many people in on TikTok as well, guys. If you're new here, make sure you hit the follow button. Daily Manchester United content. Do all of the watch-alongs for the United for throughout the season. And we're going to be doing a lot of watch-alongs for the World Cup as well. So make sure you hit that follow button so you don't miss out. And we're aiming for 30,000 likes before the end of the game as well. So if you want to tap that screen a few times for us, get some of the love hearts in, I do appreciate it. It helps out the channel an awful lot. Michael says, I must give that career mode a watch later. Yeah, the episodes are all up on the YouTube channel. The latest one is quite good. And I've fixed all the glitching and everything like that as well. So, yeah. Here's Pereira. Oh, what a save by De Gea. And Pereira goes down and he's offside. He's looking for a penalty. Pereira done really well down the right-hand side. Put a lovely ball in near post. And Fulham were in, and I'm not sure who it was who took the shot, but De Gea is well positioned at his front post. He was offside, but De Gea is alive to it and saves it with his foot. United living dangerously. Oh, there we go. All sorted. Ericsson now with a ball around the corner for Elanga, who needs a bit of support. Wins a throw. So yeah, any chance you can sort the chat in YouTube? Getting a bit messy, says Oshin. Yeah, I just done it there, Oshin. Couple of lads are after getting put in time out. So, yeah, looks to be back to normal again. And he's going to get it as well. Ball in by Rashford, tries to get it into Fernandes, but it's a bit too long and goes all the way into the goalkeeper. We must have a Sunderland fan in because he's saying, let us have Diallo, please. He's doing well. He's doing well, you'll have to say it. It'll remain to be seen whether he can come back and do it for United, but I'm certain he will get a chance. Here's Wilson coming down the right-hand side for Fulham now. Cuts in on his left. Gets a strike away and David De Gea punches. Comfortable enough save, but Fernandes is going to keep the ball in. And you'd have to say, on the overview of the first half here is that, United might be leading 1-0, but Fulham have probably played the better football. They really have. And they look positive when they're going forward to create the more clear-cut chances. But United have taken the chance that they've got. Which is something we haven't been doing in the last few weeks. We've been creating loads of chances and not taking them. Whereas we've only really created one real chance tonight and we took it. But it's a bit scrappy out United. They've been a bit sloppy in possession. Giving the ball away a bit, Reen says, Chris says Diallo was good. Score prediction says Twigs 2-1. I went with. Oshin says naughty step. Yeah, a couple of lads after getting put in the naughty step there, spamming the chat. We're not having that here. I might have to start appointing few people as moderators. If anyone is interested. Diallo says we can make him a class player. Yeah, look, I mean, it's game time the chap needs more than anything else. So if he comes back to Manchester United and doesn't get game time, you would expect him to, to probably stagnate a little bit. But I mean, if the best thing for him is to stay at Sunderland for another season and get more game time, then I'm sure it'll be reviewed at the end of the year. Here's Martial now. Oh, he's in! Martial! Through the legs of the keeper. Oh, he just gets enough on it and gets up quick and says a great little interlink there between Martial and Fernandes. And so Rashford gets a flick on. Martial is in acres of space, leaves it to Fernandes and runs off the shoulder of him. It's a lovely little interlink play. And gets a good strike away with his left foot, but the keeper's out fast to smother it and does enough to keep the ball out of the net. But good by United there. Gingerbread Man says, you rimmed me out. I did. You're putting time out over there, my friend. Can't be spamming the chat like that. You're just wrecking everyone's head, but you're on the naughty step for a few minutes. Chris says, we've not found our stride in possession. Yeah, I think so. Chris says, you're welcome, by the way, for the change in individual and team strategies in FIFA. Yeah, it's worked. It's absolutely worked. So it has. And Carlos says, I've just followed you on Instagram. I appreciate it, pal. Yeah, anyone else that's watching, guys, you can scan the QR code on the screen if you're watching on YouTube to follow any of... look, we're a United community channel on all platforms anyway, so yeah. But yeah, just over half an hour gone here, guys, and you would have to say Fulham are probably playing the better football. I'd like to see the actual stats. Let's get the stats up here and see. I'd say Fulham have more possession. Yeah, they do, 56 to 44. United have had more shots on target, however. But yeah, I mean, but United have kept their shape quite well in defence. We've been a bit sloppy in possession, however, which is allowing Fulham, I suppose, get more of a foothold in the game. Cross into the box here now. David De Gea comes out, is brave, and collects. Quick distribution out to the right, but Elanga's waiting for the ball to come to him, and he gets beaten to it. And Willian has Malacia's number down the left-hand side. Cross into the box and a great header away by Martinez. And Rashford is strong there and does really well and wins a free. And that should be a yellow card because Rashford was away there. Yeah, he gets a yellow card for it. Yeah, Willian is using all of his experience against Malacia here. And Malacia is getting a real test, you have to say. Aaron says, is the United community channel on Facebook? We're not actually on Facebook. That's the one platform I'm not on. But everything else. We're on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Discord. All of that kind of stuff. But the main ones that I use are TikTok and YouTube for streaming and content, and then I use Instagram and Twitter for letting everybody know when we're going live and new videos that are coming up, and then Discord then is just Discord for a chat and things like that. So Chris says, reason for no Facebook. I don't know like what benefits I get out of it. I don't know what I would use it for. It's yeah, maybe I might set one up maybe this evening. Yeah, I just think Facebook is kind of dying really. Mighty 123 and Gingerbread Man are back. Behave yourselves this time now, lads. Oh, great ball in, but Martinez is after winning a good chunk of headers there in this first half, and his positioning is really good, you have to say. And United, I mean, Luke Shaw with a lazy clearance there, and Fulham keep possession. Yeah, like people are saying there, like Mighty and Sidekicks are saying Facebook is kind of dead and no one really uses it. That's probably the reason why. Um, but look, if it's something you want, I can set it up, no problem. Fulham in a corner here. Malacia is everything is coming down our right hand side. Malacia is getting targeted here. A left back playing right back, and I have to say now he does really well there to block the cross, but they're targeting him big time. They're doubling up on him, and he's having a tough night. I wouldn't be surprised in the second half if we see, or at some stage, if we see Lindelof go out there and Harry Maguire maybe come on for Malacia. Corner now to Fulham, all the way to the back post. William with a strike, but he scuffs it and it goes wide. But yeah. What's the score? So it's 1-0 to Manchester United, guys. Christian Eriksen with the goal. About 10 minutes to go before half time here. And I have to say the last maybe 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes nearly, it's been all Fulham. It really has. And United are struggling to keep possession. Sloppy when we do have it then as well. Yeah, look, I mean, fucking back heels and flicks, Bruno. In your own half. Fucking giving the ball away. Fulham now with a cross into the box. And fucking corner. And that's all Bruno Fernandes and his bullshit fucking back heels. 10 yards outside his own box. Fuck off. Stupid. Corner now, cleared at the near post by Martinez. Fulham are keeping possession quite comfortably here, you'd have to say. Here's United on the break now. Langa coming up the left-hand side. And that's just a straight push. And it should be a yellow card. I mean, United are away again. He should be getting a yellow card for that. Right, gingerbread man. You got your warning. Chris says, Malacia is doing his best. Just hope he can hold him off. Yeah, he is. And look, he'll always give you 100%. He's just he's getting a bit swamped out there, really. I don't think Elanga is giving him the best of help either. I mean, you look at two, quite inexperienced players playing on the same side of the field. Pat says, will you stop looking for yellow cards? I'm not looking for yellow cards. I'm just calling yellow cards when yellow cards are yellow cards. A player is breaking, United are on the counter-attack, and he pushes him on purpose to stop the counter-attack. That's a yellow card, Pat. You know what I mean? Twig says, who scored? Eriksen scored, my friend. Oshin says, what happened to Williams? Wasn't he the next big fullback under Ollie? He got an injury a few weeks back. Or maybe a couple of months back now at this stage, but there hasn't been any sign of him since. Now I do know Ten Hag was open to selling him in the summer. Now I don't know what kind of bids came in or if there was any at all, but yeah, I mean, I have to say I liked him anytime he played. I loved his passion and his aggression, and probably wasn't the most gifted of fullbacks, but you know, if you're talking about having two butchers and two surgeons in your defence, he's definitely one of the butchers. Here's United now. Alanga into Martial. Holds it up. Lovely. Gets it wide to Rashford. Bit long, but Rashford's going to keep it in. Plays it back now to Shaw with the first time cross. Martial! Oh! Just over the bar. And Martial is looking lively in that box. He's on the move all the time. And the ball is just a bit too high for him. He's a goal threat, I'm telling you. Lovely ball by Luke Shaw. Martial is on the move and he gets up. He just can't get up high enough to get the header down. And just goes over the bar. But good positive play by Martial there. Chris says Williams is a major injury. Pretty sure it's knee. Okay, there we go. Ben says, can you remember when Williams took Ericsson out? I can, and then he realised who it was and gave him a hug while he was on the ground. Twig says, Oshin, he's United Community Channel loanee under the gangster manager. He certainly is. He's having a storming season for UCCFC in a career mode at left back. Just buckets of pace up and down that left-hand side. Yeah. I'm looking forward to the halftime potatoes. I have to say. Alanga giving the ball away. United, I'd say, will be happy to see the halftime whistle, or to hear the halftime whistle here, because, you know, I'd say Ten Hag will want to get him into that dressing room and get him regrouped. We're a bit, not that we're a bit all over the place, but we're sloppy in possession. We're allowing Fulham dictate the tempo of the game. Long ball by Fulham there, flicked on by Pereira, but Shaw cleared the lines. About 3 minutes, just over 3 minutes to go before half time, guys. Malacia on the ball now at right full. Casemiro with a lovely ball into Martial, who continues it out wide to Rashford. Shaw was on the overlap. Rashford squares it to... Oh, that's a free, surely. How are you giving a free out there, ref? Malacia goes to take a shot, and he got studs right on the top of his foot, and the ref gives a free out. Let's see this again here. Maybe the defender gets a touch first. Yeah, maybe. Sorry, the ref got that one right, I'm afraid. Malacia was second to the ball. Defender flicks it out of his path, and he actually kicks the defender. So, yeah. Thomas. Really? Patrick says, need to get this second goal soon. Sooner we can get, the better now. Get in at half time, get regrouped. Hopefully come out in the second half strong. Get an early goal, put the tie to bed, because the longer it goes on, the more confidence Fulham will get, you know. Harry says, hello, good to see you, Harry. Bring out the Brazil jersey, Jack. Is there, I think, is it? There it is. Rashford out across into the box. Alanga's going to keep it in on the far side here. Bruno too slow. Goes all the way back to De Gea in the end. But yeah, anybody watching on TikTok, guys, like I said before, if you do want the full experience, we're live on YouTube at the moment as well. You can click on the link on my homepage or just search United Community Channel. We've got the starting 11 on the screen here. We've got the scoreboard and the timer over here, ticker tape on the bottom, all of that good stuff. So if it's something you want to check out, link is on my homepage or just search United Community Channel. Go over there and hit subscribe. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. Here's Shaw now. Lads, we're too slow in possession. And the ref gives it free. I don't see what was in it, but I mean, we're very slow in possession. We're slow to pass the ball, and we're allowing Fulham in to nick it off us. Shaw, well, the first one is a foul, but the second one obviously is a good tackle, but the ref brings it back for the first foul. Just under a minute to go now of additional time. Oh, here's Alanga. Gets it back to Bruno. Bruno pulls it. Oh, Eriksson just pulls it wide. Oh, I don't know if he thought it was going to get to him. But he ends up stretching for it in the end. And he, with his left foot, kind of hits the big toe. Hits his toes kind of and just skins it wide of the post. Would have been a brilliant, brilliant time to get a second goal. But you'd fancy him to score there. You really, really would. He couldn't kind of sort his feet out in time. Would have been a great time to get a second one. Positive though out of United. Chris says, as much as I like Timber, I'm afraid him and Martinez may not give us enough height for free kicks and corners. Yeah, good point there, Chris. Absolutely. Oshin says there'll be a change in that back four for sure. And Reen says, I'm back. Good to see you, Reen. But yeah, half time, guys. 1-0 to Manchester United. Poor first half. You'd have to say, like, Fulham have looked the more positive out of the two teams. And United haven't really got control of the game, you'd have to say. Hassan is in. He's a Manchester United fan watching live from Kenya. Good to see you, pal. Thanks for joining us. Ross is in as well. PS Kill says Malacia is so horrendous. I don't think he's horrendous. He hasn't had a good first half, but he's been targeted. And he's not getting much help by Alanga in front of him either. So, anyway, we know when things aren't going quite well for Manchester United, you know, you get him in at half time, you give him a team talk, you try and reset him. Nah, that's not what you need. What you need is half-time potatoes. Boom, boom, boom. So, we know it. We know the score. Anyone in the chat, long-term viewers, you know the score here. Half-time potatoes have become a staple of the United Community Channel's watch-alongs. And I don't think we've lost a game when we've finished the bags of potatoes. Oh. Gingerbread man, you're not untimed. You're blocked. You got a warning the first time. And the second time you got blocked. So, tough luck, friend. Anyway. Sidekick says mini bag of potatoes. Come on, lad. Yeah, but it's half-time potatoes. There's no way I get it. There's no way I'd get a big massive bag finished in half-time. Really wouldn't, you know. Twig says we aren't linked to him, but I like Bellotti. Honest to God, Jack, I swear he isn't made up. I know Bellotti, yeah. But yeah, he is a very good footballer. Look, we know what's going to happen with Manchester United. in January, because it happens all the time when a transfer window rolls around. Manchester United are going to be linked with everyone and their mother before the end of the transfer window. So, you know, we'll be getting back into the transfer talk shows pretty soon in the next few weeks. And we'll be looking at players and discussing rumours. And there'll be a lot of rumours, you know. 95% of it is going to be complete and utter bullshit. But, again, I've said it once. If I've said it once, I've said it a million times. I trust this manager, you know. Lloyd says, potatoes are overrated. Alright, Lloyd, you don't have to put it in 7 times. I'm going to read it. Potatoes overrated. Get boring towards the end of the packet. Walker's cheese and onion. Better by a mile. Go on with that. Potatoes are the greatest of all time. Are the GOAT of crisps. But like Bellotti, I don't know, it's going to be interesting to see the kind of profile of player, because we've seen Ten Hag go in the first transfer window and buy, let's call it, unknown players. You know, in the likes of Malacia and Martinez, we've got the big key signings in terms of Casemiro. Eriksen came on a free. Anthony then came for the big money. So it's going to be interesting to see how Ten Hag carries that on. And if he does, I'm sure him and his scouting department have already identified an awful lot of players that could help this squad. And I'll back him, man. I will back him. Now, let's see what people are saying here. Sidekick says, are they as fresh as the fade? There ain't anything as fresh as that fade, man. That's a fresh fade. I need to go high with it the next time because I still have all the greys along here. He was never leaving Italy, says Chris. Some players are already on the plane to Qatar in their head, says Oshin. Fernandes, Shaw and Rashford have been very lethargic. Yeah. Paul says, have to ban that fella. Now that is a disgrace. Potatoes are undefeated. Lay's equal potatoes. Well, Cooper, no. I've had Lay's when I was on my honeymoon in Southeast Asia. I just find them very bland. There we go. Empty. I find Lay's very bland. But, I mean, if they want to sponsor this channel, they'll be the nicest potatoes on the face of the planet. No problem. Mark says, do you like roast chicken? I do like roast chicken. I went for a carvery today, and I had roast chicken. Hands now are covered in cheese and onion. Let's see what people are saying here. Can't blame players for being on the plane to the World Cup. That's their aim as a player and dream. Yeah, but Ben, their clubs are playing your clubs are paying your wages. They wouldn't be on the plane if they didn't play for big clubs like this. So I think the majority of them are professional enough to, you know, get the job done. T2T, thanks for the gifts, man. Really appreciate it. Let's see what people are saying. Chris says Fernandez has been running around. Ben says, Oisin, yes, I agree, pal. But I just put it down to World Cup timing this year. Chris is working on the tail sponsorship. Good man, Chris. Chris says Carvery, question mark. Yeah, so when you we have a Carvery thing in Ireland, and you get it in the UK as well, where you go to a restaurant and you have all of the meats. It'd be like a dinner version of maybe going to a deli, where if you were getting your meats and you get it all cut up and put it into your sandwich, we have that as a roast dinner. So you would have roast beef, you would have turkey, you would have ham, you would have chicken, all roasted, and they cut it for you, put it onto your plate. You have some mash, some maybe roast potatoes, some veg, Yorkshire pudding, gravy, all of that kind of stuff. That's a Carvery. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Where did Sancho go, says young Jamie? I think he's injured, Jamie, according to Ten Hag anyway. So yeah. Probably the World Cup is coming at a good time for the likes of players like him, when, you know, he can get a rest and maybe recuperate and things like that. Twig said you'd backstab Tato for money. Unbelievable. I thought you were better. Nah, I'd never do it to him. Tato is king. The absolute king. Ben says, I'm just looking at it as a player's point of view, I suppose. Yeah, no, look, I agree with you, Ben. Absolutely. Chris says we should be winning 3-0. Do you know what? It could easily be 3-3 as well, though, Chris, but I know what you're saying. I agree, wages. You're on, do your best. Yeah, do your best no matter what, says Ben. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Sidekick says Manhattan cheese and onion. Chris says I need to go for one of those. If you go to any Irish bar, Chris, or any Irish restaurant, I don't know if there's any of them near you. Well, anytime I've been in America, they've always had like roast dinners on. Make a half-time snack 5-a-side team. 5-a-side team, right? Give me the kind of parameters. Current players, retired players, anyone like that? Let me know. That's real mash, by the way, says Twigs, not the powder. Oh, absolutely. As much different types of potatoes on the plate. Mashed potato, roast potato, chips, fucking Yorkshire pudding. I know that's not potato, but yeah, just get them all onto the plate. As much carbohydrates as possible on top of the meat. Alright, so a 5-a-side of all time. Right, so a goalkeeper and 4 outfielders. Fuck. Paul Scholes is going in any 5-a-side team for me anyway. Just for the little 1-2s. Unbelievable. Paul Scholes, right? Paul Scholes in the goal of all time. Fuck. Oliver Kahn. He was an animal in goal. Oliver Kahn in goal. So what am I going? Am I going with 2 defenders, 1 midfielder, 1 attacker? No, I'll go 1-2-1, because the keeper can be a sweeper keeper, and Oliver Kahn could do that. Oliver Kahn, Maldini, Paul Scholes, Zinedine Zidane, and Messi. Yeah, that'd be mine. So, Oliver Kahn, Maldini, Scholes, Zidane, and Messi. That wouldn't be a bad 6-a-side team now, would it? Or 5-a-side team, would it? Get yours in, lads. Who would you have in an all-time 5-a-side team? Gingerbread Man, who's very toxic? I'd like you to explain that one, pal. Dale says Messi over Ronaldo. Yeah, in a five-a-side, yeah. And the reason why is because a little tight pitch, 1-2 passing real quick. I think Messi over Ronaldo all day. All day. I'm toxic, Gingerbread Man. You came in and started spamming the chat. I mean, what do you expect? And you know what? You got blocked from YouTube. There you go. Here you get blocked from TikTok as well. See you later. Now, back to the positivity. Dylan says Buffon, Maldini, Pirlo, Zidane, and R9. Yeah, I think the reason why I went with Messi is because it's that kind of close quarter, fucking, 1-2s. Messi is nearly like a midfielder, but an unbelievable finisher as well. I think he'd work perfectly. Carlton says David McGoldrick over Messi for me. Not a bad show. Not a bad show. James said that's a fair hairline, bud. Won't be going bald. Won't tell you that. That hairline hasn't moved a millimetre in 33 years. Not as good as Luke Shaw's though. Luke Shaw has the fucking hairline to beat all hairlines. It's just right there. It sits about an inch above his eyebrows. That's where his hairline is there. He has no forehead. It's some hairline. Anyway, we're nearly ready to go again. Mark Shalvey, welcome to the membership club, my friend. Mark comes in as an academy prospect. Absolute legend. I appreciate the support, my pal. Anyone else who's interested in becoming an official member of the YouTube channel, guys, link is in the description or it's pinned to the top of the chat. Mark, welcome to the membership club. And we're off. Oh no, we're not off. Ref blew his whistle, but it didn't kick off. Anyway, we're back. Here we go. United really do need a second goal here, you would have to say. So yeah, United have no changes in the second half. I don't think there's changes for either side here in the second half. You would say like Ten Hag was probably happy to get him into that dressing room, regroup with him. And because we were a bit ragged and we were giving the ball away a lot, and Fulham are coming out strong again. They're after winning a corner here already. Tyler Tutz's easy win. It hasn't been easy. We're 1-0 up, but it hasn't been that easy. Jeffrey says, what barber do you get your hair cut in Kilkenny? I go to King's Cut. It's only down the road from me. So that's where I go. Corner now to Fulham. Header at the near post, bobbling around. United eventually clear, and a strike on the edge of the box goes high and wide. Dale says, none as a widow's peak, that hairline is. Dylan says, Robbie Keane over Messi. Twigs, right. Twigs 5-a-side is Cech, Maldini, Maradona, Iniesta, and Pele. That'd be a decent. Be unreal if you could do like a virtual reality kind of 5-a-side World Cup with all of these kind of teams. Sniper Wolf says, Buffon, Ramos, Zidane, Ronaldinho, Adriano. There we go. He was an animal, that Adriano, wasn't he? Ahmad dropped another masterclass on Friday. He got a goal and assist. He did. We were just talking about Cottle in the first half there. A couple of Sunderland fans in on the chat on TikTok, and they're absolutely delighted with him. They're begging United to let them keep him. Leonardo is in. Good to see you, pal. And Oisin's five-a-side team is Casillas, Puyol, Figo, Scholes and Messi. Not bad. Not bad. Carlos is back. Scholes eats toes. Eats his daughters. Oh, Alanga's in here. Finish it. Nah, weak attempt. Oh, but Rashford on the follow-up. Oh, and it's blocked and goes out for a corner. Oh, that should have been 2-0. Really, really should have been 2-0 there. The ball comes from Bruno on the left-hand side, and Alanga's a mile on. It's a lovely ball out where Bruno comes to him. It's a tame shot. Easy save, but Rashford's on the follow-up. And I think the keeper gets down and gets a second save. Leno should really be 2-0. Corner here now to Manchester United. It's going to be Eriksen to swing it in. Good ball in, but no one attacking. It's right in the middle of the goal. Comes to Luke Shaw. Back to Eriksen. Martial. Shaw. United just keeping possession on the edge. Malacia. Shaw's going to swing it in here. But Fulham clear their lines again. And United do well to retain possession. Casemiro now with a lovely ball to Bruno. If he can get on it, just a bit far for him. But United win the throw. Good positive play by United here, you'd have to say. Keeping the pressure on Fulham. Keeping them pinned back. And that's what we need. You know, take the pressure off. Dictate the tempo. And try and just kind of take Fulham out of the game for a little bit, you know. Reen says Rafinha or Anthony. I'm going to go with Anthony simply because I wouldn't pick a Leeds player over a United player. United coming down the left-hand side now, squared into Casemiro, tries to get Alanga in, comes to Bruno on the edge again. United just trying to keep possession. Nice little ball by Malacia into the middle, and United are just keeping good possession on the edge of the box here, just working the angles. Martial with a strike. Oh, good save. Cottle says Alanga needs a loan to the Championship like Hannibal and Ahmad. Yeah, I agree, Cottle. I don't think he's up to it at the moment. Leonardo says goalkeeper Schmeichel, centre back Maldini, centre mid Zidane, winger Messi, and striker Jean-Pierre Papin. There we go. Not a bad team either. Reen says he plays for Barca. Yeah, I know he plays for Barca, but an ex Leeds player. Lazio does well defending there. United haven't been very what's the word? They haven't been that intense in their press. And they're allowing Fulham possession. You know, they're allowing Fulham to step halfway into United's half before anyone closes them down. We're not really doing a full press. Here's Fulham now. Strike. David De Gea with a save. And it goes out for a corner. And Fulham are knocking on the door here. And it's United are causing their own problems. They're not pressing with any intensity. And I think maybe the guys in the chat and what you were saying, that some players maybe have a fucking World Cup on their mind now. Just get through this game and we're laughing. I mean, you can't be allowing teams, regardless of quality, too many chances, because eventually they'll take one. Here's another cross into the box now. That's a push in the back, and David De Gea with another unreal save. David De Gea is keeping us in this game at the moment, really is. And even without Mitrovic, Fulham are looking very dangerous. Great save by De Gea. Corner coming in now by Pereira. Outswinger. Comes to the edge of the box. Fulham, look, acres of space. Out to Pereira again. Goes for another corner. Fulham have their backs up here, you'd have to say it. Pestro says tossed in the second half so far. But first 4 or 5 minutes, United were on top, and now it's Fulham. Another corner in here. He's putting in lovely balls there, Pereira. Strike on the edge. United going to clear their lines now. We can counter-attack here. Get players forward. Rashford's coming down the right-hand side here with bags of pace. Ericsson is at the back post. Can Rashford pick someone out? Martial! Oh, it's just too far ahead of him. And Rashford just put too much on it. They're the kind of chances you need to be at least getting a strike on target with. But United really do need a second goal here if they're going to have a really good chance of winning this game, because Fulham are looking like they have bags of confidence here. You know, United are winning 1-0, but Fulham are probably been the better team, you know. Right, come on, Rashi, you're all right. Rashford has gone down holding his shoulder here. Everyone from England has just gone holding their breath. He's in a bit of pain here. World Cup a week away. Anyway, Ben says we definitely need another goal. Worst five-a-side team. Worst five-a-side team. Langa's coming off here for Scott McTominay. So you would expect probably Bruno Fernandes to go out onto the right-hand side now. Worst five-a-side team. Massimo Taibi in the goal. Gary Doherty, centre back. Midfield. Midfield. I don't know. There's so many bad players. That's a hard one. No, I can't do that one. It's too hard. I will sub my team. No Ronaldo and put Maradona. Rashford has 11 goals, assists in 18 appearances, says Leonardo. Yeah, he's putting in some good numbers this season. Is it the 22nd of November the World Cup starts? I'll tell you now because I have it here on my calendar. It is the 20th. Sunday the 20th. So next Sunday. Yeah, this day a week. And we'll be doing a watch along for it. Ben says, gotta be Ngog up top. Oh yeah, he was terrible, wasn't he? Ngog. Someone's saying Darren Ferguson in centre midfield. Maguire. Here's Luke Shaw coming forward now. Oh, tries to slip in McTominay. United are looking sluggish. I have to say, they're looking a bit sluggish here. And Fulham are bags of energy. Cross into the box now. Deep. Malacias does really well to put the cross out for a corner. Because William was coming in right behind him. Corner now to Fulham. Again, a great ball in. And Martial with a brave header at the back post to clear. And Martinez trying to get it away. Yeah, gives away a throw down in our own corner. Fulham just seem to have extra numbers everywhere on the pitch. They're doing overloads and nearly as much as they can. And United are falling into the trap. There's another cross, and Willian is going to... Oh, Bruno does really well to stop the corner. And United breaking away. Oh, lovely ball. Oh, Leno is out really fast off his line. Fucking 40 yards off his line to clear the ball. Bruno put in a lovely pass. I think it was Rashford that would have been away. Yeah, but Leno is off his line like a hare out of a trap. Dan James is coming on here. Great to see so many people in as well, though, guys, on TikTok as well. We're aiming for 30,000 likes, so if you're new here, tap the screen a couple of times. We're trying to get to 30,000 likes. And hit the follow button too. Daily Manchester United content, all of the United watch-alongs for the season, and we're going to be doing a lot of the watch-alongs for the World Cup as well. So make sure you hit the follow button so you don't miss out. You triggered ask why is the collar up, so anytime United are winning, the collar goes up. And if we're drawing or losing, it goes back down. So that's why the collar is up. Just a little thing we do on the channel, that's all. So United are winning at the moment, 1-0. So collar. There's Luke Shaw with that hairline. That's some hairline, look. Right there. It's some hairline. And it's thick as well, ain't it? It's a good thick Barna. Gigi says, I hope Ronaldo don't come back. We better off without him. We need a striker in January. Yeah, we do. We certainly do. Certainly do. Here's Eriksen now coming down the left-hand side. He's offside. Any ever have one of these? There's a throwback now. A little Milky Way bar. They're absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Chris says Dan James's pace is going to be a problem. Does. It is going to be a problem, I reckon. Milky Way, boy. Milky Way bars. Disgusting, says Chris. I don't know, I like them. Now, I wouldn't eat a load of them, but... Ball switch to Bruno. Can he keep it in? He can, but he loses possession in the process. And here's Willian coming down the left-hand side now. Overlap is on. Gets it. Cross into the box. It is 1-1. Dan James. Dan James gets the goal. And he doesn't celebrate, but you can tell he's fucking happy. And United have been asking for it. This has been on the cards since the 30th minute. This has been on the cards. And it's a lovely, well-worked move by Fulham, you have to say. United have been causing all their own problems here, allowing Fulham to dictate the game, dictate the tempo of the game. And Fulham, Bruno tries to keep the ball in on the far side. Now, I'm not going to blame Bruno. He tries to keep the ball in, but he's obviously off balance trying to keep it in. And Fulham break. William comes down, cuts inside a little bit, and there's an overlap outside him then, and it's a lovely cross into the box, into the 6-yard box between the back line and David De Gea. And Dan James with his pace is coming steaming in, cuts across Luke Shaw, and just has a tap in on the 6-yard box. David De Gea gets a touch on it, but it's 1-1. It's game on. Fuck's sake. But United have been sluggish. They have. They haven't played with any fluidity or tempo or Anything like that. Cottle says, well, you just knew that was going to happen. Yeah, you did. Like, United have caused their own problems here, though. You have to say, we've been very sloppy in possession and giving the ball away far too much. If we could keep the ball a little bit better, Fulham wouldn't be halfway as much in the ascendancy as they have been. And we've allowed them into this game. We've allowed them to dictate the play, dictate the tempo. And we've been sloppy. There we go again. Look, you know, like Ericsson is even giving the ball away now. And Fulham are sharp. They're, you know. Bruno Fernandes again trying bullshit tricks and flicks on the edge of his own box. And he gets dug out by Ericsson and Casemiro for it. Giving up way too much possession today. Like, there we go. Casemiro giving the ball away now, putting it out for a throw. And there's only one thing you can say here, and that's Fulham could get another goal. If anyone's going to win this game, it's going to be Fulham. David De Gea has to come out of his line and put it out for a throw. It's all Fulham here. Breathe. Just breathe. Hit the follow button, will you? Just breathe. Rico says, is Ronaldo playing? No, he's not even in the squad. He's ill, supposedly. I don't know. Fulham coming again down the right hand side here. I did say 2-1 in my score prediction. Craig says a squad like ours and we're still playing counter-attacking football cost us too many times over the past few years. Yeah. I mean, our problem at the moment is we're way for thin in terms of squad depth. We have a decent starting 11, but outside of that, you know, cross into the box. Goes out for a goal kick in the end. And I think the fact that we're playing Bruno Fernandes on the right-hand side so much the last 3 or 4 games goes to show the lack of depth we have. Anthony is injured. Alanga is dirt. So we have to play Bruno out there. I would have preferred there now, instead of Scott McTominay coming on, leave Bruno in the middle of the park and just put Garnacho on the right-hand side. You know? However much Garnacho likes the left-hand side more than the right, he's still better on the right-hand side than Bruno is. And Bruno is a million miles better in the middle than he is on the right. So, and Pereira's bossing it here. He's absolutely bossing. He's having a great game. And Willian looks 10 years younger. Rashford goes down holding his head here. Anyway, let's see who's on the bench today. Need a change or two. Well, Garnacho is the only real one you could say. Right, Scott McTominay is after coming on for Alanga. We have Maguire, Fred, Van de Beek, Garnacho, and Zidane Iqbal left, along with the 2 goalkeepers. So it's not. There's not good depth there, you would have to say, you know. Oh, they have to change the scoreboard. Oh, you have to put the collar down as well. Shit. Collar goes down. Twig says, I feel like I'm the only one who likes Elanga here. I like Elanga. I just don't think he... I don't know. I don't think he can cut the mustard, really. What's the score? Says Daniel. It's 1-1, Daniel. United went 1-0 up with Ericsson, and Fulham after equalising about 5 minutes ago with Dan James. Keane is back. Good to see you, Keane. Ben says it's got to be Garnacho time. I mean, it's set up for him, isn't it? United are stretched here. Fulham come down the right hand side. Here's Pereira. Little 1-2. I mean, fuck me. It goes out. Oh no, it's not gone yet. Shaw with the header. But again, I mean, Fulham are as well as Fulham have done coming forward. United have missed some chances as well. Anthony, thanks for subscribing to the YouTube channel. Really appreciate it. Anyone watching on TikTok, guys, if you want the full experience, like I said, we're live over on YouTube as well. Link is on my homepage, or you can search United Community Channel. We've got the starting 11 on the screen. We've got the scoreboard here and the timer here. Go over and check it out. Hit the subscribe button. But, yeah, we're closing in on 25,000 likes as well, guys. Keep tapping that screen. Helps the channel out a ton. And hit the follow button if you're new. Daily United content, all of the United watch-alongs, and we're doing the World Cup watch-alongs as well over the next few weeks. So plenty of content to come. Make sure you hit that follow button. Yeah, I mean, the game has slowed down a lot since Fulham got that goal. Is Anthony playing, says Rico? No, Anthony's injured still. We're so sloppy in possession. It's unbelievable. We keep giving the ball away. Keep giving it away. Keep giving it away. It's been poor, I have to say. I like to rhyme every day. Steve says, should have put this game to bed in the first half. We should have. We should have. Oh, Dan James has just burned Martinez for pace. He's so fast. Cross into the box to the back post, and Lindelof does well. And Fulham win another corner. Dan James is like lightning. Like lightning. He's so fast. Martinez is quick, and he just gets left for dirt. See you later. Bye-bye. He puts a nice cross in as well. Lindelof does well to head it away. Goes for a corner. Twig says the collar down is a sad sight to see. I know. Let's hope it goes back up before the end of the game. Corner now to Fulham. Deep one to the back. Martinez does well. Oh, overhead kick in De Gea with the save. And a strike comes in, and De Gea again. Don't fucking let him shoulder you like that. Give it back to him. Fucking cheeky twatcha. Anyway. Garnacho's on. Garnacho's on. Who's he on for? He's on for Martial. So you would expect Rashford to go through the middle, and it's probably not a bad thing. You know, Martial is still only getting back to match fitness. You would expect Rashford to go through the middle now with Garnacho on the left. And we asked for it, so let's see what happens. What's the score? It's 1-1, Riley. Why did we sell Dan James in the first place? Because he was crap. He scored tonight, but he's still kind of crap. That's the shot there now. Who was that? Pereira gives Martinez a push after the ball is gone, after the free is won. And he comes up. He's backing off. And he comes up against, is it Luke Shaw? No, it was Casemiro. And Casemiro gives him another push. It gives him a push into the back and say, you won't fucking do that to my team, eh? That's what you want. What's left? We have just over 15 minutes to go. Let me see. Yeah, about 16 and a half minutes. 16 and a half minutes. 1-1. Oshin says, Dan James is not a bad footballer, just makes poor decisions. Another Donny van de Beek. Nice guy, but just not at the level for United. Yeah, crap. I know what you mean, Oshin. It was kind of... When you say he's not a bad footballer, but then he makes poor decisions and gives the ball away, kind of contradicts the first part of the sentence. I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean. Here's Scott McTominay now. Scott, your job is not to take lads on. Just pass the fucking thing. And Martinez steps out and does really well and gives it to fucking Pereira there. I love Martinez, by. Casemiro now gets Garnacho off down the left-hand side. He's going to do what he does, take on the fullback. Oh, ref! Oh, ref! The penalty there now. VAR will have a look at it. Fucking Garnacho goes down and there's big cause behind the goal from the United fans. Here's Bruno now shaping up for a strike and it's blocked. It's going to go out for a throw. VAR's going to have a look. Ref is holding up the game. Let's have a look. He did go down heavy, but that can be from a challenge either. Oh, that's a... I've seen him given. Is it enough to be a... That's a penalty. Is it a good defending? Oh, I don't know. He puts his leg in between Garnacho's two legs. Doesn't get any of the ball. Oh, I've seen him given. No penalty, by the way. Let's play on. Here's Garnacho again now. Looks really positive. Just kind of gets smothered out. Get into it. That's the fucking tackling Martinez, boy. Yeah, you won't push him again, Pereira, will ya? What a tackle, boy. Times it perfectly and sends Pereira flipped up into the air. Brilliant, brilliant tackle. Jeez, I love that. Get in there. What a tackle. What a tackle, boy. Cottle says, going to need some last minute heroics from Scotty. Going to need it from someone. I'll take it off anyone now at this stage. But, I mean, Fulham are not going away here. Here's Dan James again on the edge of the box. Twisting and turning. Gives the ball away, though. Bruno gives it to McTominay. That's a handball, surely, ref. Yeah, United win a free here. Football says, would you take Pereira back? No, I wouldn't. United are absolutely crap today. Lucky to still be level. Riley says, we will win the Europa and maybe the Prem. No, we won't win the Prem. No way. Bring on Harry Maguire up front, says Guru. Rico says, when do you think Ronaldo will play next in the World Cup? This is the last league game before the World Cup, so he might never play for United again if he gets sold in January. Here's Garnacho now, linking up with Luke Shaw down the left-hand side. Shout out to Murty Cullen. Go on to Mert. Thanks for watching. But Fulham coming up the right-hand side now. Dan James. Dan Lightning. Cross into the box. Lindelof is well positioned to clear the lines. Palhinha is a unit. How's he at Fulham? Yeah, he's playing really well today, in fairness. I think Fulham will score next, says your mom. Ronaldo is decreasing, says Riley. Do a shout out to Tommy Finnegan. There you go. Here's Pereira now. Cross in and wins a throw. Just under 12 minutes to go here. How is that a free? How is that a free, ref? And Luke Shaw is saying the same. He's saying how? The player doesn't even try to go around him. Runs straight into him. Luke Shaw gets nutmeg, but the player... That's a very soft free. Do you think we've seen the last of Ronaldo in the United shirt? I mean, there is games before the transfer window even opens in January with United, so... Maybe not, but I think his time is limited. Thunderbolts and Lightning, very, very frightening. Dan James, says Craig. Free now in a very, very good position. Pereira's going to swing it in here for Fulham. Goes to the edge of the box. Palhinha puts it over the bar. Let's see. Delboy says, plus 30 minutes Fergie time till you get dubious pen or score. Shout out to Declan Quinn, says Tommy. United are going to need to up their game because we've been very laggy here. And, I mean, we're so sloppy in possession. So sloppy in possession, I have to say. Here's Bruno now. Gets a big switch across the field to Garnacho, who first time tries to put it back across the box. But Fulham cleared their lines. Here's Shaw now. Lovely cross into the box. Comes all the way to the back to Bruno. Can he pick someone out? No. He fucking can't. Puts it out for a goal kick. Wow. Lovely play by United to get out there. Here's Scott McTominay with a very, very good switch over to Garnacho. Great first touch. Just slips, but keeps possession. Luke Shaw in the overlap. Loads of space for a cross. Now pick someone. Scott McTominay! Oh, in the 6-yard box, and he heads it over the bar. Oh, you have to be doing better. Fucking chances. Fucking no goals. Fucking story of the season. Great chances being created and not fucking taking them. Brilliant ball in. And McTominay has all the time in the world just to time his jump, get over the fucking ball and head it down into the ground. No, up into Rowe's head. Fuck. Seven minutes to go here. Carlos says, can I please get a shout out to my son, Ellis, is it? Did I pronounce that right? Ellis, I hope I pronounced that right anyway. Oshin says, you could give them 300 minutes Fergie time and they still wouldn't score. Paul says, keep up the good work, mate. Great stream. Appreciate it, Paul. Thanks a lot. We don't like... Oh, Bruno. We don't like when we're in a rush to get another goal anyways. You're welcome, Carlos. No problem, pal. No quality in the last third, really, says Oshin. They're panicking and snatching. No composure at all. Yeah, I agree. Absolutely, I agree. United have just given the ball away so easily today. I mean, we really shouldn't be allowing Fulham, all credit to Fulham, you know, but we really shouldn't be allowing them to dictate the tempo of the game. You know, fuck, I mean, need a win here to keep the pressure on top four. I mean, at the moment, we're 5 points off the top four with a game in hand. That includes this result. Now, if we could get a goal in the next 5 or 6 minutes, we'd only be 3 points behind with a game in hand. So, we just need a goal. Need a goal. Shaw now, lovely ball to Rashford. Get a good first touch. Behind him, yeah, and he just, I mean, the first touch is just not good enough. And Fulham win a free out then as well. It's, you know. Anyway, we need a goal. Paul says, all of the front threes in the top 6, we probably have the worst. Ben says, disappointing today. Even if we win, Chelsea lost again and no commitment. Yeah, it's would have been a big. If we don't win, it's going to be like the last 2 games, Villa and this game in the league. You know, not saying you have a God-given right to, you know, to get 6 points, because you know you don't. But they're 2 games that you would surely be looking to get 2. Scott McTominay, will you ever fuck off? But they're 2 games that you really should be getting 2 or 6 points out of, you know. But look, we knew this. We knew there was going to be ups and downs. We've said it an awful lot, you know, in the chat and in the community and all through a lot of the videos. Like, United are not, you know, we didn't get. Certain people did. I didn't get carried away when United went on the good run, beating Liverpool and Arsenal, and you know, because we're nowhere near the finished article, and it's going to take time to get back to where, you know, to consistent performances all the time, you know, secure in top 4 every year, challenging for league titles. That's still going to take a couple of years, you would hope. But you know, we said it an awful lot that there's going to be bumps in the road. There's going to be ups and downs. Now, I'm not saying that this is... Oh, here's Dan James now. Look, leaving Martinez for dirt again. And Lindelof is well placed and has to put it out for a corner. But yeah, I mean, we're in a bit of a slump. I won't say a slump because we're kind of... We were going like that for a long time and then we're kind of doing that now. You know. Losing against Villa and drawing this game. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, guys, we've just hit the 30,000 likes, which is great. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the follow button. Daily United content. Corner now. Casemiro does really well to block the header. But again, Fulham are first to the ball. Fulham are hungry. They wanted more. Lovely ball in, and Lindelof has to clear his header. Scott McTominay now gets a white to Garnacho. Nice and simple. Just keep the ball. Good switch across to Casemiro. Who gets a little... Oh, Bruno's at the back post. Oh, he heads it back across and there's no one there. Decision making. Fucking decision making is so bad. It's fucking hell. Mark says, disappointing to say the least. It certainly is, Mark. Certainly is. And look, I mean, we do have some players out with injuries, especially in our forward line. You know, Ronaldo is out, Sancho is out, Anthony is out. Then we have Varane out at the back as well. So, you know, Varane is a big loss there. And the likes of Anthony especially, you know, given how well he started his career at United, is a big loss. But United have only themselves to blame today. There's been no real intensity in the game. No real hunger or desire, you know. Pereira's down holding his face. Really poor today, says Sue. Yeah, it has been. Daniel says what happened. Ronaldo, he's injured supposedly, or he's ill. Stephen says absolutely abysmal today. Yeah, we've been poor. Need 2 extra centre backs and 2 forwards, says Dark Light. I agree. 2 forwards and at least 1 centre back. But yeah. Make sure you smash a like on the video, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the follow button. Daily Manchester United content. All of the United watch-alongs throughout the season. And we're going to be doing a lot of watch-alongs for the World Cup as well. So make sure you hit the follow button so you don't miss out. We're live on YouTube as well if you want to check that out at the moment. Starting 11, scoreboard, timer. All of that good stuff. Link is on my homepage. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers over there as well. So I'd really appreciate it. How long is left? We're in additional time. There's 3 minutes added on and 1 minute and 20 seconds gone, but you would expect to be more added on because there's been a couple of subs there and things like that, so. I mean, Bruno is still doing these little flicks and tricks and putting his teammates into trouble. You know, it's fucking inexcusable, so it is. Here's Garnacho now. Gets it into Eriksen. Looking for the ball back. Garnacho! Yes! Garnacho! Woo! Go on the kid! Woo! Garnacho! Get in there! Yes! Yes! What a kid! What a kid! Go on! What a goal! Eriksen and Garnacho. The kid is a superstar! He's a superstar. And he holds up the jersey. United get the win. Come on! What a goal. What a goal. What a goal. My God, this kid is... So give that kid the number 7 when Ronaldo goes. Get in there. So the ball is played wide to Eriksen. Gets the ball out to Garnacho. Garnacho gives it back into Eriksen and continues his run. And Eriksen with a delightful little weighted pass right into his path. And Garnacho doesn't even take a touch. Left-footed. See you later, goalkeeper. Keeper is wrong-footed. Side netting. The kid is a superstar. The collar goes up. Come on! Fucking nice one. Nice one. And Ten Hag celebrates with the rest of them. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. And there it is. The final whistle. What a finish. What a finish. Garnacho is the superstar. He's the hero again. My God. He needs a new set of teeth. But Jesus, that'll come in time. What a kid. What a talent. What a player. What a finish. What a finish. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Didn't deserve it. We did not deserve it. And let me just update the scoreboard before we go any further here. And they're all around him, all hugging him. High fives. Need to get that kid signed up by. Get a new contract. Don't let him out. But you have to say, United got out of jail. We got out of jail. We got out of jail big time. Absolutely big time there. Let me stop the timer. What a finish. What an ending to that game. Absolutely unbelievable. Garnacho, this kid just has ice in his veins. Absolutely. And Ten Hag comes over and taps him on the head, gives him a big hug. And it's not, all of the talk during the week about, Ten Hag is criticising him in the media again, giving out about him. He's not. He's wanting to get the best out of him. He wants what's best for that young lad, and he knows how to get it. And you can see it there. Jesus, I just put Fulham 2-1 up. That's not right. But Ten Hag wants the best for that kid, and you can see it there. He goes over, gives him a big hug, tap on the head, laughing with him, joking with him. That's what you want. This kid is the future of this club, and if United don't get him tied down to a new long-term contract, my God. Jeez, that kid is full of confidence, boy. That kid is full of confidence. Now, match reaction and player ratings. Jesus Christ. Manchester United are after getting out of jail here. Let's just get that out there right now. Manchester United have got out of jail here today. We didn't play well today at all. At all. A couple of decent performances, you would have to say, but as a whole, as a team, we just were poor, weren't we? We really were poor. I'm still coming down off of that goal. It's going to be hard to do this match reaction now because I'm still absolutely buzzing and delighted with that. I mean, the kid is just brilliant. Sorry, all the cameras are on him. He's just class. Fucking kid has ice in his veins, boy. Absolute ice in his veins. But, yeah. Where do we go from there? Match reaction. I mean, not a good performance. We were so poor in possession today. It was unbelievable. I thought we defended okay. We didn't do an awful lot wrong in defence. I thought Martinez and Lindelof both defended quite well. I thought Malacia had a horrid time in the first half. Okay, let's start. We'll do the player ratings. Or no, we won't. We'll do just a kind of an overview first. But I thought Malacia had a torrid time in the first half because, Willian is a very experienced winger. And he's nearly an old school winger that likes to stay wide, get to the end line, get his crosses in, little 1-2s, things like that. And he had Malassia's number for the first half. Now, Willian is never really up for a fight. We've seen that down through the years, with Chelsea and with Arsenal and, now with Fulham. But Malacia, stuck in there, I'd have to say. It wasn't his best game, but look, he done a job at right full. Obviously, it's not his right position. Was he average? Was he below? He was probably just below average. I'd probably give him a 5. He wasn't that good first half. Second half, I think the fact him trying to link up, when he is heavily left-footed, I think, hinders him an awful lot. And I think in the first half especially, the likes of Elanga playing in front of him, again, another very inexperienced player, doesn't help when you have two inexperienced players on the one side like that. And Fulham spotted it very early on, and that's where they were sending every attack down the left-hand side. De Gea in the goal, I'd give De Gea a 6. I thought he was... I thought he made some good saves. He could have held a couple of them, but he kept us in the game. Actually, do you know what? A 6 is probably a bit harsh. I'd probably give him a 7 because without him, we probably would have lost that game today. So he gets a 7. Malacia gets a 5. Luke Shaw at left back gets a 6. I think Luke Shaw has probably been our most consistent player over the last maybe 4 or 5 games. We've had players who have played well and played bad. I think Luke Shaw has been a consistent 6 all the time. He really has. 6-7, 6-7. But he gets a 6 again tonight. I'm going to give Lindelof and Martinez 6s as well. Okay, we conceded a goal. And, it was... I'm not even going to say it was against a run of play because it was, Fulham thoroughly deserved to get the equaliser. But I don't think our defence done an awful lot wrong today. I think where we were poorer was in midfield and in the forward lines. And we didn't help our defence out an awful lot because we gave the ball away so much. I thought we kept our shape quite well at the back. Martinez won a lot of headers and a lot of tackles as well. He stepped out and passed out well out into midfield, and so did Lindelof, in fairness to him. We then ended up losing possession in the midfield, which I thought was probably our downfall. In relation to the midfield then, Casemiro done okay. He didn't do anything special. He didn't do anything overly poor. As Graham Souness said, steady Eddie. And that's what he was today. And that's not a dig at him. That's, that's just his job is just to break up play and pass the ball forward. And I thought he done that. So he gets a 6. Eriksen got a goal, nearly got a second goal, and got an assist for Garnacho. So he gets a 7 out for me today. I thought Eriksen was good. Again, he kind of goes in and out of games the last few weeks. He goes through phases of getting on the ball really well, and then he gives it away a couple of times. He didn't give it away an awful lot tonight. I thought Casemiro more so gave the ball away than Eriksen. But, a goal and an assist from central midfield, 7, absolutely. Bruno was poor tonight. I think he was wasteful, giving the ball away. Again, he goes out on that right-hand side, and obviously I know it doesn't suit him, but even in midfield, I thought he was very, very wasteful in possession. And trying these bloody back heels and flicks when you're in your own half and on the edge of your own box is unexcusable. Bruno gets a 4. I thought he was very, very poor tonight. Our forward line then, Anthony Elanga is just not up to it. He's just not up to it. I know there's certain people in the chat that like him. I just don't think he's good enough for United. I really don't. He was anonymous again today. Didn't create. Didn't get on the end of anything. I just don't think he's good enough. He gets a 4. Rashford on the left. Rashford had a poor enough game today as well, I think. Again, he was wasteful in possession. Didn't hold the ball up well. And when he did get on the ball, he tended to give it away a bit. So he gets a 5. Martial gets an average 6. I thought Martial was probably one of our best players in possession. in terms of holding the ball up. And I think that's why Ten Hag likes him in his team and having runners off him. And he done that. He dropped out into midfield quite a bit in the first half and again in the second half. He's only coming back to match fitness. He's not there yet. Obviously, he would obviously like the World Cup not to be coming next week. Obviously, because he's not going, but he would like to continue playing games. I'm sure there's going to be games in the background where he'll get his match fitness back, but he'll just get an average 6 there from me. Players who come on then, in relation to substitution, Scott McTominay, I would give Scott McTominay a 6 when he came on. I don't think he done anything bad. He looked to get on the ball. He looked to get forward and progress the ball when he was on it. So he get a 6 for me. And last but not least, the kid, the superstar. Get that kid signed up to a long-term contract and give him the number 7 jersey because he has the shoulders to carry it. So he does. Garnacho, 100 out of 10. Just unreal. I love him. Every time he gets on the ball, he's so positive. He's running at defenders. And yes, sometimes he runs down, he runs into a dead end, and gets smothered by 3 or 4 players. But I'll take that 4 and 5 times in a row when he can finish the fucking ball the way he done there. Ball out to him by Eriksen, gives it in nice and quick to Eriksen and continues his run and strong enough to hold off the defender. There's a defender right there on his left-hand side and he shoots with his left foot. Now the defender is in a tricky situation because he can't make a tackle or it's a penalty. But Garnacho puts the defender into that situation by getting into that position. The kid is brilliant. And for such a cool, composed finish like that, absolutely unbelievable. So yeah, that's it. And who said 2-1 before the game? This guy right here. So I was 1 off on my team prediction. I thought Garnacho would start ahead of Elanga. I had the rest of it right and I got the score right. So look, who loves you, baby? Let's go through some of the comments here. Oshin says, De Gea 7, Casemiro 7, Martinez 7, Garnacho 9, Bruno 3, McTominay 3, everyone else 5. Yes, fair enough, Oshin. Yeah, absolutely. Get Garnacho in the FPL. Mightn't be a bad shout, Twigs. Imagine how Speed feels. Speed will be buzzing, says Cottle. Getting 3 points isn't for every Manchester team. It's not. It absolutely isn't. Carlos says, squeaky bum time that was. It was, and that's why we love it. Leonardo says, I think Garnacho was picked for the Argentina World Cup squad. The commentator was saying, yep, I think he was. Yep. Cottle says we were so sloppy. We were. But the one positive I will have around that, as poor as we were in relation to giving away possession and being wasteful and not taking our chances, we are seeing the emergence of a very, very strong mentality within this team to not give up and go to the final whistle all the time. And we're starting to see that. And that's something that all good teams have. Man City have it. Liverpool have it. The Ferguson teams had it down through the years. And this team is starting to build that a little bit. And I'm really, really happy about that. So, performances. No one will remember this performance in 6 weeks' time. But we'll remember Garnacho's goal and getting 3 points in the last minute. So, we have to take the rough with the smooth. We really do. Paul says, really love Garnacho. He's going to be incredible. Aaron says, Garnacho, a solid player. Iron Shadow says, we got extremely lucky tonight. We did. Devil says, Eriksen's vision on the ball is amazing. It is. It's absolutely amazing, I have to say. But yeah, I mean, happy fucking days. I'm going to go for a few pints tonight. I am. But yeah, I mean, look, happy days, guys. Look, we can't be too disappointed. League table is different now compared to when we were last on it. So we're 3 points behind Spurs. 0 goal difference. We really do need to start working on that goal difference. But we go into the World Cup break. Not really the halfway stage in the season because we're only 14 games in and there's... What have we got? There's 24 games to go. So a lot of football to play, but we're in a good position. We're 4 points ahead of the Scousers, which is always good. Whether we'll finish ahead of them at the end of the season, I don't know. I do think they're going to come back strong. But top 4, will Newcastle last the pace? That will remain to be seen. There's only so many more times Tottenham Hotspur can get last-minute goals. I know we got a last-minute goal tonight, but Spurs have I think have done it the last 4 games in a row. They've scored the winner within the last 5 minutes. So it's going to be interesting to see how. I think we're well within a good shout of this top 4. I really do. We're after putting ourselves in a good position now. Oh, they're showing the goal here again. Oh my God, the kid is fucking unbelievable. I love him. Lovely ball in, and Ericsson with a little weighted pass just into the channel. He said, right kid, you get me a ball, here's another one for you. Go do the business. And as Andy Gray said, and when he needed a finish, my God, did he give us one. What a finish. The kid is a superstar already. Absolute superstar. And he fucking knows it. That's the thing. He knows he's a superstar. So, I think he has the manager in Erik ten Hag to keep his feet on the ground. To really, really keep his feet on the ground, And if he can do that, continue to improve, get a new set of teeth. His teeth are a bit yellow. Now, I'm not saying I have fucking veneers ratting, but needs a new set of teeth. But look, Ronaldo needed a new set of teeth in 2004. And he eventually got them, So we won't be too worried about that. The kid is going to be a superstar. And it's a Garnacho show again. It really is. Guys, it's been a great watch-along. So it is. I want to see all, if you can, to tune in to the podcast tomorrow night. We're going live for our halfway point of the season podcast. So we're going to be looking back on some of our pre-season predictions and where teams are and where we said they'd be, and we're going to give updated season predictions on who's going to finish in the top 4, the top 6, champions, relegation, all of that good stuff. We're going to be going live. I'm not sure what time. I'm going to say 7:30 now, but I think I have a game myself tomorrow night, and I'm not sure what time. But we'll say 7:30 for the moment. But keep an eye. If anybody on TikTok wants to tune into the podcast, we do it live, and we do it live only on YouTube. So we're live on YouTube at the moment as well. So if you want to subscribe to the YouTube channel, the link is on my homepage, or you can just search United Community Channel and hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification as well, so you'll know when we go live. But that's the plan for tomorrow. And then we have a bit of a break until the World Cup on next Sunday is the opening game. And of course, we're going to be doing the watch-alongs now for the World Cup. So, if you're following on TikTok or on YouTube, make sure you hit the follow and subscribe button so you don't miss out on the World Cup watch-alongs. In relation to during the week, I haven't got anything really set out in relation to what I'm going to do, in terms of lives during the week. We maybe do a transfer talk show. I might do maybe a World Cup build-up show where we'll look at squads, and I might do that maybe Friday night, where we'll look at squads and we'll look at who do we think might win and stuff like that, so you can get involved in that as well. And the members video is going up on Thursday afternoon as well. So if anybody on YouTube wants to become an official member of the YouTube channel, link is in the description or it's pinned to the top of the chat. You get a badge beside your name, you get extra emojis, you get extra content videos for members only. So if that's something you're interested in, click on the link in the description or on the at the top of the chat. But it's been a great watch-along, hasn't it? It's been a great watch-along. Guinness is in. The Liverpool fans are trickling in now. So, yeah, look, it's United were poor. They were poor. But, it's a mark of some good mentality that we were saying. We're building... The foundations of good teams are built on strong mentality. And this team seems to be building a good mentality where we're going to the end of games. We're getting a couple of late goals. We're not giving up. And, You know, like I said, the Liverpool teams of the last few years have had that. The Man City teams have had it. The Ferguson teams down through the years, you know, have had it. And we have that little weapon out on that left wing, that superstar, to do the job for us, you know. So, yeah. So, look, guys, it's been a great watch along. I appreciate everyone who's in, everyone who's commented on TikTok. Like I said, if you're new to the TikTok channel, please do consider hitting the follow button. We do daily Manchester United content, all of the United watch-alongs, and we're going to be doing an awful lot of watch-alongs for the World Cup as well. So don't miss out on that. And if anyone is new to the YouTube channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up button as well if you haven't done so. Like I said, guys, podcast is live tomorrow on YouTube from 7:30. We'll probably do a build-up to the World Cup on Wednesday, either Wednesday or Friday. I might do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, FIFA. And then we'll do Friday, maybe the build-up to the World Cup. But yeah, if anybody on TikTok is interested in following our FIFA 23 career mode, we do that on YouTube only. So link on my homepage. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel so you don't miss out on that. The Gangster Manager is making a comeback on Tuesday. We're doing well. We're up to 3rd in the championship. But yeah, guys, it's been great. I really appreciate everyone who's watched along, who's liked, commented. For you know, we have a new member tonight as well. Let me just see who it was. It was Mark. So Mark, welcome to the membership club. I do appreciate it. We have a super chat in there from Dale as well, which is much appreciated, and all of the gifts on TikTok. But guys, it's been great. I really appreciate everyone who's watched. Until tomorrow night, peace out. See you tomorrow.